Hello, I'm Dr. Heather Kneale. I'm co-founder of Global Nutritional Healing, and I'm here today with my other co-founder.
Hi there, this is Joy Feldman, co-founder of Global Nutritional Healing.
And we're talking today about a critical ratio on the hair mineral analysis called the NAK ratio. So what does that stand for, Joy?
Sodium potassium ratio. We call that our vitality indicator because it lets us know how well the nervous system and the glandular system is functioning. And it gives a key to a lot of important insights into the body.
It really does. And it also allows us to know what minerals you need based on that ratio. And the reason why I'm bringing it up is because so many people either don't take zinc or they take a ton of it.
Right?
and, and either way can cause problems. You're
Yes.
taking too much. I had a friend of mine who was told to take zinc and he didn't do the hair test, so he didn't really know what to take. And he started off, they told him 60, I think it was like almost 70 milligrams. And he felt great for just a few weeks. And then he called me and he said, "Hey, I'm not feeling as good. I'm going to bump it up." So I, I said, that may not be the right way to do it, but he did. And so he ended up, I think he was taking like over 150 milligrams daily of zinc, trying to get that same feeling of feeling good, and he wasn't. And so he finally got a hair test, and sure enough, his NAK, his sodium potassium ratio, was low. So what do we do with that, Joy? Do we give a ton of zinc for a low sodium potassium
No,
ratio?
no, when you're in inversion, we have a product that we recommend called Limcomin, which has copper and other minerals in it to help raise the ratio. And people who are listening might be interested because they probably also want to know like what causes this inversion that we all hope to get our clients out of. And well, there's a few. Some is chronic stress and adrenal fatigue. It can be a very high intake of refined sugar and processed foods, heavy metal toxicity, mercury, cadmium, chronic infections and inflammation in the body. And any type, like you just said, this goes along with where you were going, Heather, is a zinc that is maybe even biounavailable in the body or not available, or there's a whole host of information behind that.
That's a whole nother issue is what supplements to take, because
Exactly.
you go for the cheapest one thinking, well, getting so much more, but you're not
Yeah,
even absorbing it. I always tell people take your pill and put it in water. And if it's not just, and if it hasn't like broken down, I know our stomach acid does some of it. I get that. But if it's not broken down by the next day, just in water, yeah, it might not be breaking down in your body.
right. So it's really important that, people pay attention to all these different factors that can be impacting the inversion.
Right.
How do we fix people up, Heather?
Get them on a mineral balancing program. We have a lot of practitioners on our website at globalnutritionalhealing.com. And we also have trainings that for people that would like to become a practitioner and make this a part of your already existing practice, or somebody who just wants to do this for a living. It's a lot of fun.
Yes. And even more specifically, Heather, how do we help people besides certain supplements? What about dietary adjustments?
Right.
Nutrient dense foods, especially that are high in, calcium, magnesium, zinc, and I'm trying to think of other ones. So many
Right.
to mind. All these different vitamins and minerals that potassium and magnesium, which we need for balancing the biochemistry. So, A hair test is a really great way to get information and see what you need specifically and individually for your body type.
And that's the key right there, is that Dr. Pollack, he was the founder of Analytical Research Labs. And one of the things I love his quote. He used to say, without the intelligence of a hair tissue mineral analysis, how do you know what to take? How
Yes.
do you know? Guessing? You go in and tell people symptoms. I mean, that's not a good indicator of what your body needs.
And some people use questionnaires, but that can just be kind of the first level of what's going on. When you get deeper and you look at these charts that we do for the hair analysis, you get a snapshot of what's taking place in the biochemistry, which may or may not align with the symptoms or the questionnaires that people have.
No, exactly. I mean, I've done this. I don't know if you've done this, Joy, but I guess I get somebody, like, I just got somebody today. I was looking at all their symptoms. I'm like, okay, they must be this, and I bet you their NAK ratios this, and I know when I get their hair test back, I'm sometimes right, but a lot of times I'm not.
It's true. It's true. Because, for an example, somebody who what we refer to as in sympathetic dominance could act like a fast oxidizer, but we know they're really slow. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that was me forever. I'm like, oh my gosh, you have so much energy. And I'm like, I'm so slow. You can't go any slower.
Oh, gosh, right? Oh my
Right. When
goodness.
we say slow, we're talking about oxidation rate. It's another indicator on the hair test that lets
Right.
us know, like, what's the best diet for you, foods best for speeding it up, and supplements that help to improve your metabolism.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. What else? Is there more we could talk about with the
Yeah,
NA?
symptoms like some,
Yes.
that's I know with me, I had a high sodium potassium ratio. And that's when I first started back in 2005. And it meant, and I had a lot of inflammatory problems, had asthma. I was always inflamed. And I had pain, and that went right hand in hand with the high NAK ratio. And
Yes.
as soon as it took a little over a year, but mine started to stay in a good range, and those improved.
Yes. Yes.
So, and I mean, years of not having asthma meds or anything now. And I became a respiratory therapist because my asthma was so bad.
Oh, I'm
So
so glad you
that's
felt
just a, indicator of what you can do by just balancing a key ratio on the hair test.
for sure. For sure. Well, good. I think does that cover everything? Is
Yeah,
there
I'm trying
other
to think if there's anything.
old
Well, you talked about
right?
heavy metals. Yeah, with
Old
the
traumas can also create an NA to K inversion. Um, I'm trying to think. Oh, we didn't talk about this, but sometimes people can feel a lot of resentment and hostility when they're in an inversion. They could be agitated and irritable because they don't have good, stable energy.
And then the opposite with the high NAK is anger, can be
Exactly.
anger. Hmm.
Yes, they're inflamed.
Yes, inflamed anger.
Absolutely,
I'm trying to think.
absolutely.
Oh, I've seen low NAK ratios really common with infertility, people who can't get pregnant. What else have I seen it? Cardiovascular issues. I've seen it also low. Have you ever noticed any other trends, Joy, with that?
Cardiovascular is really the big thing I see,
Big
especially
one
when
for
it's
that.
super low.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, not, I
those are
don't
the two main trends I see with it. But
fatigue,
oh,
agitation, uh,
fatigue,
fatigue,
everybody.
educate, yeah, chronic infections. Um, yeah, those are the main things that you see. Cardiovascular, you can see as well. Yeah.
Definitely. So,
Ay, ay,
so to
ay.
help find out what your ratio is and really what you should be taking, and maybe what you're dealing with might be related to that. Uh, Come to Global Nutritional Healing and find out.
Yes, definitely. Well, thank you all for tuning in.
Yes. Thank you.
Bye bye.